Yo, YouTubers and Archies of Darkness, also known as Sir Killington of Colorstruck, and I'm here with a WWE Black and a Kill Colorstruck crossover. Why? Because I found gold. WWE and politics. Thanks, Tyreek. Thank you. Boom. I'm doing this video for you, dog. Anyway, so Kane and Dolph Ziggler ended up on Fox News talking about the anti-Trump protests, right? That's going on. Blowing up America right now. Kids walking out of school, you name it, walking through the streets, screaming, "We hate Trump," all this other bullcrap, right? So, she fluffed him up a little bit. She labeled him as a libertarian conservative, fluffed him up a lot, so much so that he kind of like gave her the side eye, like, "Yo." She was talking about how he's famous amongst what he identifies as, and he's like, yeah, okay, whatever. Anyway, she goes on and asks the first question. The first question is like, let's ask about these protesters, especially the violent ones. Is this the best way to get your point across? He answers, absolutely not. Kane, I grew up with you as a kid. I was, even as a bad guy, I loved you in the WWF. That being said, I'm going to ether your ass. Who the fuck are you to say absolutely not? It may be your opinion, but for a person who just got fluffed up a second ago by that girl, by the interviewer, give her her due respect, by the interviewer, or the hostess, she said you were real red. I would assume that you know your history, because protests, whether violent or peaceful, has shaped this country. Shaped it. I have rights because of protests. I'm not in chains right now in somebody's field picking cotton or picking fruit. I'm not working on somebody's farm right now as somebody's slave in rags, starving, getting beat while my wife is getting raped because of protest. Who are you to say that? You're a WWE wrestler, sure, politician, whatever may have you. Have your opinions, but at least have educated opinions. He said absolutely not. Later we're going to touch up on Ferguson and Baltimore, how protests helped that area, how riots helped that area. Matter of fact, a riot kicked off the United States of America, and a black man was the first one to get killed. Know your history. Anyway, he goes, absolutely not. And he's talking about how, well, she spoke about the 80 people who got arrested and how some of those people were not even registered to vote or had not voted at all. That's cool. That's cool, because we already know from both Baltimore and Ferguson that once a protest is there, once a mass of people are there, there's always going to be that onesies and twosies who's looking for that opportunity to fuck shit up. And it doesn't matter what race you are. We already know that. He said, Kane himself said he was worried about the people who were genuinely upset about the Trump nomination. But then he goes on to say, and I quote, "What are you trying to accomplish? Go out and show the world that you're extremely angry? Guess what, sunshine? Nobody cares." That's the point, Kane. That's the point, right? He goes on. I'm going to paraphrase some of this. If you want to do something if you want to do something constructive, get out of your echo chamber. Assuming that none of us, for most of our lives, has not had conversations with our neighbors or tried to have constructive conversations with our neighbors about what racism, economics, sexism, homophobia, and the pushback has been almost violent for every single one of those. Yes, it's easier. You could say millennials, whatever. It's easier to go on the internet and make a video like this. It's easier to go on the internet and voice your opinion because you don't have somebody flipping you off. You don't have somebody calling you a nigger. You don't have somebody calling you a fucking faggot. You don't have somebody in your face doing that. And while it seems like, oh, that's the punk pussy way to do it, it's also, the internet is also the biggest platform we've had and will always have now. It's the biggest fucking platform we've had. The voiceless now have voices because of the internet. That's why social media is so big now. Whether conservative or liberal, big voice, okay? Big voice. That's what the internet is used for. He goes on to say, you should basically leave social media alone and go out and talk to your neighbors who may have voted for Donald Trump. What you're going to find is they're not homophobes and bigoted racists. No, that's exactly what you are. And if you're not that, you are extremely fucking white privileged. Extremely fucking white privileged. Now, here we go. Oh my God. Oh, I already know. I can't wait for the trolls. Oh my God. White privilege don't exist. All this other bullshit. Think about it. Donald Trump, we all know Donald Trump is racist. He ran off of racism. Ran off of xenophobia. That was the basis of his campaign. He ran off of it. And you still supported him. That wasn't what do you call when you get in a relationship with somebody? That wasn't a red flag for you? No. Red card. Penalty. If that was no cut card for you, if that wasn't the deal breaker, then you're clearly privileged. Clearly, because you don't have to worry about this country. Think about all the racist men who have come into power, who have grabbed that chair, who have made black and brown and minority people's lives a living fucking hell. I think last one was Reagan. Now Bush had a big hand in what was like our economy fucking tanking. You could throw his name in there too. Reaganomics was a thing. Reaganomics destroyed the black community. Before that, we was looking like we were going to thrive. We were trying. Reaganomics came in, cocaine, crack cocaine, heroin came in, destroyed, fucking absolutely ethered our community. And it was because of Reagan. Fact. It's there. Read on it. You're smart. You're well read, like the hostess claimed that you are. That would mean you would have an educational outlook, educational outlook on this. Let's talk about protests and riots, and let's talk about that. If we shall overcome someday. If we was like that in fucking Baltimore, do you really believe that DOJ report would have ever happened? Absolutely fucking not. Same way with Ferguson. Do you really believe that would have happened? Look at the DOJ, Department of Justice report. Look at that report. Black people are 20 times more likely to get arrested for the same exact crime white people are committing. And y'all are 60% of the country. Explain that. 60%. Does that make sense to you? Absolutely. It makes sense. Oh, you're probably rational. Oh, well, black people are more poor. Black people are more prone to violence. Black people are more prone to doing crime. We're all fucking human beings. You say we're equal in this country, right? We're all equal. We all have the same opportunities. Then prove it. Show me. They're not there. The ones that you had, the opportunities you have, are not there for someone who looks like me. We have to work 3 times as hard to get it and hope that it happens. Anyway, it doesn't matter. That does matter, but I'm saying I don't want to get on a rant. I don't want this video to be more than 11 minutes. I need to go home. Anyway, whole point being, protests shaped this country. Protests are the reason why this country is the way they are. These people are out in the streets for a reason. Whether it's peaceful, because peaceful protest works, because sometimes peaceful protests can bring allies over and can pull the blanket from people's eyes. And sometimes violent riots work. All types of riots have worked. All types of protests have worked. Sometimes you just need to get the people's eyes open. Honestly, to be completely honest, I believe Flint, Michigan is the way that it is right now is because that one. I'm not saying that people need to riot, but they're a little too calm for not having enough water to feed their children. They're a little too calm. If you want that water to clean and feed your children, then you have to do something about it. You got to get y'all got to get that governor up out of there. And if a riot will get him out of there, then the riots will get him out of there. Anyway, I love Kane, but this opened my eyes about certain people. This just opened my eyes about the people who you consider heroes. You need to watch out because first Hogan happened, now this. Now Kane, he had some points, but when your points don't stand up to the history, or they're like typical, they're like talking points. They're like hot points, right? They're like, I'm just saying this for your approval. Not I'm saying this because I truly believe this. Like you said no one cares. And that is the problem. You don't care. You don't care that our president now is racist. And now, and historically, whenever we've had a racist president, okay, proven racist president, the minorities get the fucking dick. They get the ether. They get the shit. Shit rolls downhill. Splatter all over us. That's what happened every time. Every fucking time. That's what we're worried about. That's why we're scared. That's why some of us are out there protesting. That's why some of the white allies are out there crazy because they know that the homophobia and the sexism and a whole bunch of other stuff that affect them too, some of them to an extent, are coming for them because of who is president. Come on. If you're going to make a comment, you're going to have an opinion, then it should be educated enough to know, okay, well, absolutely not. This is not the way to go about it. Who are you to critique somebody else's protest? Are you nationalist? I'm pretty sure she said that you're a libertarian conservative. She didn't say you were a nationalist. She didn't say you were a fascist. Yeah, you are allowed to have your opinion, and that's a part of being United States, being an American citizen. But at least if you're going to a public forum on a television channel, you should at least have, like I said, an educated opinion. Protests work. They have worked in this country. While they don't fix everything, they work. And talking to your neighbors has not worked. It hasn't. More blocks, more unfollows, more unfriending. My wife lost her best fucking friend. Lost her best fucking friend in the world. Grew up with her. Because of shit like this. And I feel for it. And it's unfair to her that you can't see your own privilege. You don't have to worry about Donald Trump because you are white. You ain't got to worry about him. We got to worry about him because we black, we brown, we homosexuals. You ain't got to fucking worry about it because your rights ain't going to get taken. Your rights are in the fucking Constitution. Ours had to be written in later.